Hello, my name is Hannah. Today we're building an A-frame micro cottage in Glimmerbrook, and I wanted to build an A-frame because I was feeling cottagey and I wanted to build something in Glimmerbrook, and I've built a lot of A-frames in Glimmerbrook, but I've never made one tiny. And, I guess that is probably for a good reason because this was annoying. It was very small, and also, there's no places for windows except for the front and the back. And in a very small house, you kind of want a lot of windows so it doesn't look like you're stuck in a box. But I guess you're stuck in a triangle, so I guess it's a little different. But it was kind of annoying, but it was also kind of fun, and it's really cute from the outside. The inside's cute too, but it was really annoying, so I can't yet quite get cute for something that was that annoying. But it was really pretty on the outside, and I kept putting stuff around. I was putting these I don't even know what these are actually for. I have never seen anybody use these. To be fair, I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos on The Sims, but I just could not, I don't know what they're for, so I just use them for decorating things around them. But to be fair, this is a decoration video game basically, so you can do whatever we want with them. But they're just fences for walls, I guess. But I put them everywhere on the side of the houses, to hold up the vines and stuff like that, which is definitely not what they're used for. But I thought that was kind of fun, just having these sticks poking out of it, and it looked pretty, so I was might as well. And so I thought that was kind of cool, and I just put them everywhere, and I put a bunch of green stuff everywhere, and I made the roof green and all that stuff. There's this little tiny bump out in the side, and that is exactly 32 tiles because I didn't know what to do with this 2 tiles, but I was might as well, because it's already small, and if you can have 2 more tiles, that's good. And so I did this little bump out, and I usually do bump outs on the A-frame just to get a little bit more windows, because as I said, you can really only put them on the front and the back on a normal A-frame. So I did this, and it's got a big window. And then I ended up putting a dresser and a seat there. I'm fairly positive. I don't have any memory of me actually building this. I know I did, but I was just so tired this week that I was just fully out of anything that I was doing that was not cheer related. And so I thought it was really cute, but I just also was having a bunch of issues with the lighting on the inside. That was my fault though, because I decided to pick cute lights instead of ones that actually worked. But I also was the cute lights with the bad lighting kind of fits with the cottage, but it was bad. And so I couldn't see very much, but then also I didn't know what stuff to use, and also it's tiny, and I didn't know if I wanted a couch or a dining table, or do I want to use technology and all that stuff. And making decisions is already an issue for me, but when I'm exhausted, it was even worse. And so I was trying to figure it out. And also I don't know where I ended up putting I put the bathroom there. Never mind, I do know where the bathroom is. I figured it was going to take me a little bit longer, but I was unsure where I was going to place everything. There's a 3 wide kitchen and stuff like that, and then the bed is in the back, and then there's the bathroom, and then the kitchen, dining, living area is at the very front, so it's a little bit mushed, but to be fair, it is very small, so I guess that makes sense. And also this the nook that I made is both I think it had a chair in it at one point, it has the dresser, it had a desk in it for a little bit. It was everything. I don't exactly know what it finally ended up with, but I think it was a dresser and stuff like that. And so I think that was kind of fun, and I went with a green on the inside. It's a little bit of a different green from the outside, but it is that cottage living green, so I felt that was cute. And the oven is kind of right up against the window, but I felt that's fine, because it's okay. It could be worse, and I didn't really have anywhere else to put anything, so it was okay. But then here comes the lights that were a very big issue, but to be fair, they look cute, and the lighting there is not horrible unless you're trying to match colors, so it's all good. But I guess that is about it for the build, so I'm going to move on to more stuff about tryouts. So the first thing I'm going to talk about the final tryout. If you want to hear more about the coming up to tryouts, I talked about that in the last video, but I'm going to talk about my final tryout in more detail in this video, and then just other stuff, because we did a team bonding and stuff, and stuff that I'm going to do next year. I'm going to talk about that. You don't need to watch the other day's video, but if you didn't, I made it on JV this year. I had cheer tryouts. I have done cheerleading. This is my 3rd year now, and so I'm very excited. That doesn't feel very real, to be perfectly honest. I am going to be a junior in 3 months, and so that is kind of confusing to me, and so it's just all kind of weird, but I thought it was really exciting. And so the final tryout, I was nervous for it, but I wasn't like showing it. But to be fair, I don't show emotion like at all. But to be fair, from the outside, I looked fairly calm. But I was pretty nervous, but I wasn't like horribly like concerned that I was gonna do terrible, because I had all the stuff down. As long as my nerves didn't get in the way, I would have been totally fine. And I did really well. I honestly think I did like the best of all of the years in this tryout. I did not mess up. Well, I messed up once, but I didn't mess up too badly that I needed like a redo, because on the finals chant, which is like a long version of a cheer, and you can have one redo, and so I was like, okay, this is all good. And so I had done this like redo the last 2 years because I messed it up because I was so nervous, but I was very confident that I wasn't gonna have to do that this year, because that was my goal, not to have to do that, and I didn't. So I was doing really good, and I felt like I did it really loud and really good, so I was very happy with me, or myself. I wasn't happy with me, I was happy with myself. That's how words work, it's okay. But I was really happy, and I felt pretty happy when I went home and how I did with the cheer, and so it was all good. I also was not worried about what most people were worried about, which is the spiriting, which is like saying words while doing like movements and stuff. It's like, you know, go school, go blue, go green, go orange kind of thing, you know, that. And so most people had to do like this thing where you had to do like triangles on the floor back and forth, because that is what our coach wanted us to do this year, because apparently that's the appropriate way to do it, because most of us are just like galloping, which is kind of strange, but that's okay. But I thankfully don't have to do that, because I can tumble from my 7 years of competitive cheerleading. I would hope I can do that. It's not that good, to be fair. I didn't get much tumbling in those 7 years, but that's okay. But I can tumble a little bit, and if you can tumble, you don't have to do as much of the spiriting. And so on the imagine I cut this into thirds. 2/3 of it was me tumbling, and so then I just did like a jump and a kick and stuff like that. And then the words, I don't even know what I said, couldn't tell you. I don't plan ahead with my spiriting, because that makes it even worse. Like, horrible. And that's what they tell you to do, is to make stuff up beforehand so you're not thinking about it. But like, if I think about it, I'm gonna say some stupid things and it's not gonna make any sense, but I have no clue what I said. But I guess that's probably better, because then I cannot regret what I said if I have no idea what I said. So that's all good. But I was not worried, because it's like I had to say like 4 things compared to everybody else who was saying like 12 things, and like I cannot name 12 things to spiriting off the top of my head. I can maybe think of 4. When I'm at actual games, I like don't spirit like that often, and to be fair, like when I do jumps at the like games, I don't talk, because 1, that's stupid. They have you do that at tryouts, but if I were to try and talk every single time I did a jump, I would fall on my face. So, that's okay. But I did pretty good, and so happy about that. And then last night, which is Friday night, we got our like teams, I guess. They announced it at 5 p.m. However, they do this thing where we like get together and they announce like what team you're on, because they originally were like putting them like on the Google Classroom, which is what we use to like talk about our school and stuff like that, but they also use that for the cheerleading stuff, before we actually get on the teams, because it's just easiest for everybody. And so I was looking on there because I wasn't really sure, and so, but they came and like they pick people up, but that's like how you figure it out. And they come to your house and they're like, here, you're on the team, have a poster kind of thing. And they hadn't posted the list until after they had come there, which made me really nervous because they hadn't posted until like 5:10, and so I was like horribly nervous. And I didn't even see this list until after I got home at like 9, and so we had like team bonding for like 4 hours, but it was like a lot and it was really loud, so I had a headache. It was really horrible, and so, but it was really, really fun. But the pizza was pretty bad. I didn't like the pizza, to be fair. It was also partially cold. I'm like, what is this, school pizza? But like it was very fun other than that, but the food was pretty bad. They had some like off Greek yogurt kind of thing for the fruit dip. That was pretty good. But other than that, like the fruit was even terrible. Like, I don't know how you mess up fruit that badly, but To be fair, I feel like a lot of people can figure out how to mess up fruit, so it's all good. But it was really, really fun, and I'm really excited. I got on to JV, which is the one that normal juniors get on to. I was like, maybe I'll get on varsity, but I didn't really want to be on varsity because I wanted to be with the team members that I've been on for like 2 years now, and I did. I got on the same team with all of them. All, like, 9 of us from last year got on the same team, which I was really happy. And then there's some people who were on freshman last year, which is all good because it's mostly the people that other people know. I don't know, like, any of their names. To be fair, I need to work on that one. However, other than that, it's doing pretty good. I'm very happy and I'm very excited, and so I'm looking forward to the next year of cheer, and I'm hoping, you know, you're gonna listen to my stupid stories for the next year. So, you know, but that is about it. So I guess it is almost screenshots time, but subscribe if you did like today's video, or if you want to hear me and my stories about cheer for the next year. But it is almost the end of the video, so I'm going to end it right here. And I post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!